Hello, and welcome to the Boys Realm. My name is Qwert, and my eyes are closed. Now they're open. Oh, there's a bush there. I'll be your tour guide for this first episode. For episode 1, I wanted to start off with the world tour for you guys, just because this world's been going on for a little bit now, and I'm starting my YouTube journey a little bit later into it. So I wanted to bring everybody up to speed so you're all familiar where stuff is, get a good lay of the land, and then we'll begin each episode kind of going along, building new builds. I have tons of ideas for this world, and I'm excited to go on the journey with you guys. So thanks for coming on. Hope you stick around and enjoy the show. To start it, let's go ahead and take a look at the map behind us, right? So this is going to give us a good bearings of everything in the world. Right here we have my starter base in the blue, and I have my farmlands that I built outside of here with all my wheat fields. Just north of us we have the villager breeder. We'll breed the villagers in there, and then we hop them into boats and run them down the river into town. And our town of Valhalla is right down here. It also shoots across over here. We have some of the other guys having their houses over there. But in the main part of town, we have my shop here. The purple is Qwert's Quriosities. And then we have this castle right here in the middle. That's Townhall. That's where we have all of our villagers, and we do all of our villager trading. And then there's some other scattered stores and houses throughout the world that we'll take a look at as we get down into town to visit. Out over here is the stables that I'm hoping to get to at this episode. If we don't have enough time to get to it this episode, no worries. We'll get that tackled in the next one. Kicking off the tour, we'll get started with my base. Here we could take a look and see my wheat fields and my starter base up on the hill over there. I'm really happy with how this came out. I've been going for kind of a fantasy / steampunk design, as you can see on the roof there, for my starter base. Kind of been winging it each day as it goes along, and I add something new, and I'm really happy with how it's all coming together. I do know that I have to do something about this. This mountainside in the background is way too much dirt. It's washing out the entire build. I'm not too sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. I'm thinking like a rock cliff face with a waterfall and maybe like some steampunk gear, kind of collecting energy from it. Not too sure yet. Kind of have to figure out how I want to do that. It's going to be later in the season when I get a good idea. Got any good ideas? Please make sure you drop them down below. Always looking for good ideas from you guys in the community out there. But here are the wheat fields. I have lots of scarecrows scattered throughout here to kind of give it extra life. At nighttime, it looks great because the light comes from beneath the crop field and casts a nice light on all of the scarecrows. When I first built it, I had like 25 of these guys, and I really had to tone it down because there was way too many scarecrows. There may even be a bit too many now, but I'm still happy with how it came out. Added a nice rock feature in here by terraforming just to break up the farmlands a little bit. Give us a differentiation from the top to the bottom. More up here, we do have this this kind of creep infestation coming into the farmland. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that as the seasons go on. It seems to be coming down from the portal up there. You can see it kind of snaking on down the mountainside here, but it snakes on down and it comes into the farmlands. And right here, it kind of cuts right through my horse pen, and it cuts right into the house and splits this way. Not too sure what's going on with that. We're gonna have to investigate that later and see what's going on up there. Something's going on with this. But anyways, this is my starter base here. I haven't thought of a name for it yet, so if you guys have any suggestions, please do drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear some name suggestions for this. I initially was gonna go for a tall tower, but I realized that I was kind of a bit off more than I can chew for a starter base at the time when I had built it, so I decided to cap it off with this dome roof here. It looked like a mushroom for a little while with just this main building here and the dome roof. Still looked really cool, and then I added on this side extension to give myself a little bit more room. And the last thing I added most recently was my chimney up here. This was the steampunk element that I started to bring into it. Come around the back, we can see that it's coming out of the inside of the house. And it's kind of just a design with some basalt and some copper pipes here to kind of make it look like piping that is going out and pushing all the steam outside of there. Let's turn into the nighttime. We can get a quick, nice view of the farmlands out here. But heading inside of the base is back where we started the episode in here. As we can see, that creep is really getting into here. It's funneling into my crystal here that is kind of the source of power for that steampunk coming on out. I'm really happy with how this whole thing came out. I love to continue things from outside the build to inside to give them purpose. So here you see the steam pump pipes coming back inside, and they're pulling their energy from right in here, kind of giving it a little bit of reasoning and meaning. Looking around the house, there's that nice big map that I have. I love maps in Minecraft, always keeping them updated, seeing what it's looking like, what's going on in the world. There's a witch outside. There's a witch outside. There's a witch outside. Gotta go get the witch. Got my library with all my enchanted books that I have in here. I plan on building a big forge shop later. I'm gonna go call it the Sky Forge. It's gonna be up on the mountain, out in the distance. I think it's gonna look really cool. But I've been collecting a lot of books, so that way we can enchant up some armor and have some pretty good stuff for sale inside of there. Over here is that little side room that I built. Not too much going on in here yet. I don't know what I wanted to do with it. I just wanted to create a little bit more room. We do have this flickering light down here, which I'll tell you about in just a little bit. Over here we have the little banner station. I got my cakes. I love having cakes all around the house. Usually put barrels underneath. That way when you're just walking around, you don't have to eat your food. You can just grab a bite of cake and keep on walking. We're going on upstairs. We have my bedroom. I have a bunk bed because bunk beds are cool. Plus if anybody else is over when it's nighttime, nice and easy to just sleep in bunk beds and keep on chugging. Got my little spot where I'm baking some cake here, keeping it nice and warm on the magma cubes. And my initial armor set. I love to keep things from when I began. Taking a look out in the window, we can see the town of Valhalla over here. That purple building is my shop we'll take a look at later. You can see the town hall off in the distance and a bunch of other stuff as well. All right, heading downstairs to finish off the tour of my house. We have my storage room. Here are the cocoa beans that I were mining for a little while, but this is my beginner mini smelter right here. All of my storage is on this back wall, in addition to my little rarities over here, my more important stuff like my rails and my books and whatnot. I'll have them right here. And we have all of our smithing templates right next to it with all of their required materials. Got my redstone section up here. These are my starter farms. I had the, oh, there we go, the bamboo. Sorry, sugarcane and bamboo. And those guys kind of just go off. Not super efficient, but this was just meant to be a beginner starter farm, kind of feeding it. I've been pulling from it over time, so resources are low, but it helps me get by. I have the cactus farm and your beginner pumpkin farm. That light that we saw upstairs, that's kind of referring down here to my mob farm. As we can see, some mobs falling down. There's a tripwire inside that water stream, so every time a mob comes over, it flickers the light to let me know that the mob farm is working. Pretty happy with how it came out. Again, just a beginner mob farm. Inside the mountain outside, I dug out some slots in there, put some trapdoors, just your classic regular old mob farms that run whenever I'm here on the base working on stuff, chilling out. They fall down to their deaths. Lava kills any spiders that can get stuck in there, and I got a minecart going back and forth to give us a bunch of loot. So here we have our supply of arrows. We'll take some right there. Ooh, that's too many. Don't need that many. But that's the tour of my base so far. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely let me know if you got any name ideas for the starter base. I haven't found of one yet, and I look forward to hearing your suggestions down below. Before we head into town, let's go ahead and introduce some of the other guys and show you who else is on the server with me today. All right, to get started here, I want to introduce you guys to everybody else on the realm. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to show you where their houses are around the world and their shops. And then I'm going to show you some little footage and clips that I have kind of hanging out with each of them, all of us having a little bit of fun. Do keep in mind for the footage that I have with them, I wasn't that good at recording audio just yet. So the audio quality is not the greatest. Yeah. I'm getting better at it though, so in future videos I promise that it'll be fixed a lot better, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with all that. Anyways, so first up on the members of our realm, we have Viper, otherwise known as Wilkie. He is the owner of the realm, the Grand Poobah, if you will. He has 2 houses and 2 shops so far on the server. His first house is right here up on top of the hill above everybody else, kind of overlooking all of us, if you will. I won't show the inside of it, as we'll leave that as a tour for when the guys are online and they want to show us their bases. His second base, located across the river over here, is a bit more of a modern wood design. I really like the way this one came out. I like the way the other one came out too, but this one was just a different type of look that he went for that I think he pulled off really well. Located just outside the town hall here is Wilkie's first shop, and actually the first shop that ever opened up on the realm here. And that is the all-natural grocery store. So I gave the boys the idea of doing shops similar to Hermitcraft. I'm a massive fan of Hermitcraft. If you're unfamiliar with Hermitcraft, I'll make sure to link some videos down below if you guys are interested, check them out. But they are a big series of YouTubers and they run shops so that way no one has to go and mine stuff all the time. Instead, they can come into the shops and trade for goods. So usually it's emeralds, gold, and diamonds that are for sale. The food being less rare is more of a lower price stuff. But here Wilkie also sells his leather and pumpkins, which I'm usually buying him out of. I already bought him out of all of his leather. Don't tell him. He'll be upset about it. He'll find it out when he comes on later today. But also we have lots of fun stuff for sale, and it's great to have all of these shops popping up now because it just makes the world a lot more fun. We have a nice economy going. We're seeing gold and emeralds. Emeralds are becoming less popular. Copper, see, we even have copper going in as currency. But it's nice to just have all of these different things that you can come and buy whenever you want. It makes the world that much more fun. Wilkie's second shop that he just opened up is right up here around the corner from Townhall, and that's going to be the wood shop. He just popped this one open, and we're pretty excited for it, because that means we don't have to chop down trees anymore, as Wilkie will be selling them all for diamonds, which I know he's going to make a lot of money on, as he's already made some off me, as you can see here. But it's a nice way to just kind of add extra stuff to your world. You sell stuff. It's got to be all on a honor system, right? So you put it in there, you say the price, you have to swap it for diamonds. You got it. Everybody's just got to be honorable in here, and we all are pretty good guys. After all, we are the boys.
Ow. Oh,
look, it's a sign.
Oh.
Oh, somebody.
Oh, wow, there's two sides.
Right here.
if only someone give me a sign to see where it is. Do I go down there?
About there. Right there.
Goodbye. That's a good idea. That's good. That's like perfect for the town hall. I'm liking this one. This is a good one.
What?
Ooh. This is good. This is nice and upbeat too. This is perfect for here. Oh, we gotta like make like a dance club now and just literally play this one.
Always love me a good bop. It's a good song. Hang out with Wilkie there, done that up there. But so next person we're gonna go visit is we're gonna go visit Snow. Nice little modest house here with his American flag, very patriotic. Gotta love it. Looking good. Around the back, he's got some flowers on the side, flowers on the floor, little yard, and he also has some sniffers out in his backyard over here. There. Ooh, look, a pitcher pot. Let's go get that. Over here, we have Snow's shop, the Holy Mushroom shop. Inside here, he sells potions, which is great because we don't have to make potions anymore. We can just come buy them from Snow. Now, I recently put in a request for him to add some poison potions so I can make my poison arrows. I don't see them here yet, but I'm sure he'll have them soon enough. Here are some of the banners I made him. His birthday was pretty recent, so I made him a banner. Snow falls on top. He also has a shield that I made of this, which is pretty cool, so I like the way that one came out. Cool banners. Cool shop. Always love me some potions.
Hello, cameraman. I come bearing the splash potion of healing. Yakashi. Guess that worked. I hope it did. I severely hope it did. I didn't see any on him. I think you may need to hit him more. Did I miss? Yeah. Did I miss? I would kind of step back and then try to hit him with it from a distance. I wasted one of my freaking potions. Are you kidding me?
basically towards the second part of your house over here, and then one over by the breeder.
You Steve?
No.
You're Steve.
On default? What?
You're Steve. 100%.
Why am I Steve? All right, we should be good now.
Oh, you're still Steve.
What?
Right, you're Steve. Are you Steve on your screen too?
Yes.
Okay,
why am I Steve?
Am I Steve or am I me?
You're you.
This is good news.
I'm having an identity crisis. Can you tell?
You're Steve.
Well, I shouldn't be. What if I go to... Did we fix? No, we didn't. Why?
You go to the
Who am I?
It's always a fun time when Snow's online. There's always going to be something that Snow and I are getting into or some sort of adventure we're going on. All right, well, let's move on to the next boy, and that's going to be Savage. Savage, I don't have any recordings with him because he's not on that often, or at least not while I've been recording. So for now, we're just going to go check out his base. His base is way kind of out, far away from the town over here. He has his castle that he is working on. He hasn't built the bridge fully across yet. He told me he plans on doing that, but for now, it's coming along pretty nicely. I like what he's done with the blackstone and the glowberries. He has some nice acacia woods on the inside of there. We could take a quick dip on over. Here we see the nice entrance he has going on. I really like the blackstone design and the glowberries in there, but better yet, on the inside, he's using the acacia wood, which I think worked really well with the stone that he's going for. I look forward to seeing what he adds into here and how he keeps growing this base a little bit more. He doesn't have any shops yet, but hopefully he'll open up a shop at some point because the more shops we get, the better. Love us our shops. Like the way that's coming along, Savage. Can't wait to see it get finished. And last but not least, we're going to go and visit SirSpamalot. I also don't have any recordings with him, but we're still going to go check out his base so we all know what's going on and where he's at. SirSpamalot doesn't play too often, but when he does, he loves to add to his massive copper tower that he's building here. We have no idea what he plans to do with it or where it's going, but it's always fun seeing it get added to a little bit more at a time. Lately, it's been getting very, very green, so he needs to get on here if he wants to trim it up and make it look nice and coppery again. But not just his copper tower, he also built a very cool mine entrance that I'm a big fan of here. He's got the Mine of Wonders, which looks real cool. Nice big entrance, kind of reminds me of a nice dwarven look. I really like the way this came out. The main reason that we don't see SirSpamalot on the server too often is because he likes to play in peaceful mode, whereas most of us like to play in hard mode so we can get the villagers trade nice and down and low and fight mobs and whatnot. I have nothing against him wanting to play in peaceful mode, but I like to play in hard mode and fight mobs. So what we decided to do, Wilkie and I, is we added in some blocks. So now, when SirSpamalot comes on, he can turn off hard mode and turn on peaceful mode, and he can work on his tower without having to worry about any monsters attacking him, and he can go ahead and build there. Again, I have no issues with this. I'm a firm believer in the fact that Minecraft is the game that should be played the way you want to play it. There's no right or wrong way to play Minecraft as long as you are having fun. That's what matters the most. So I wanted to make sure that we added in these options so that way he would be able to choose between them, and anybody can choose between them. If they don't want to play in hard mode, they want to play in easy or normal or peaceful, they can switch the buttons whenever they want, and there'll be no issue to anybody else. I think it's a great way to just allow everybody to have a good time in Minecraft together and have some fun. Just remember that. Minecraft is meant to be played how you want it to be played. But segueing off into the rest of the tour here, so our button layout here for our mode difficulty is right outside of our community house. The community house is located right in the center of our town, Valhalla. We have another map in here to see the glorious world and all that's around it. But the community house is free for anybody to come into, so if you ever need any resources, you come in here. These have been depleting slowly over time because people are selling stuff in the shops, but we have some valuables down here. There's still some stuff in here if anybody needs to come grab some stuff, but as long as this stuff is here, anything you don't need, you dump off in here for anybody else to grab, and it's just kind of a nice community house where everybody shares what they don't need. Oops, I broke a map. Continuing on with the world tour, we have the Town Hall. Townhall is a build I'm really proud of. I've been working on it over a few months probably here now. But it's a nice big castle, and as we see here, we have our villagers kind of going in and out and the windows and everything. This is our trading hall. One thing that I like to do that's atypical of trading halls is I kind of give each villager their own little stall to give the trading hall a little bit of life. As you see, you have villagers coming in and out of doors. They'll go inside there. When it's nighttime, you'll come into here and you won't see any villagers because they've all gone to sleep. And it really kind of gives the world that extra feeling of really being alive. You can come on through here. You can catch any villager you need to trade with. He's giving me too much for pumpkins right now. I'm not going to do that. I can do 1 pumpkin for... Why am I do 3 pumpkins for an emerald? This is a scam. This is a scam, I tell you. See, we have more stalls around the corner over here. Over here we have our shepherds. But it's just a nice way to really make your town halls come to life. I don't know why he's always jumping for joy. He's very excited to make some sales. Oh. I heard we were talking about him. He got self-conscious. Oh, he's slowly. Oh, he's jumping again. I don't know what's going on with you, man. Jumping for joy, then not jumping for joy. He can't make up his mind. If we head on upstairs, we can see the next level of the town hall. Added a bunch of windows to see outside, which I'm a really big fan of. We have some more stalls upstairs. Here we have our armorer. And some more armorers. Different types of shops. Every shop I try to give a little bit of pizzazz, give it a little bit that kind of shows off what they're doing. So here we have our Fletcher selling his crossbows and his bows. This stonecutter sells the yellow glazed terracotta and the white quartz, so it really kind of showcasing what he's selling. We have our horse guy selling his saddles and his leather products. Our cleric in the back here with his little brewing stand and his nether wart that he's growing. All of these stores too you could enter just because a villager cannot go through a trapdoor. So they need a full 2x1 space. So just by putting a trapdoor, we can walk in and out, and they can't. They're trapped right inside of here. Nice little trick so that way you can kind of corral your villagers inside of their areas. Outside here with this guy, we have a little stable with his horse Ashwin. So it's always cool to just add this little bits of life detail. I'm really happy with how this came out. I'm still kind of adding stuff to it. As you can see, I have some empty item frames, but I'm going to keep slowly working on this as time goes by. One thing I've learned with Minecraft is you're always forever working on builds. If you're able to accept that and you're cool with that, then you really have a lot of fun because you can keep changing and fixing things as you come back. Up on the top here, we have our big pavilion. I plan on building a gazebo or something on top of here. I'm not quite sure what I want to build here yet, but it's a nice big flat area. Gonna put something. We also have another villager and a little house up in here, and he's got his little stuff for sale. He's checking out his banners. I don't know why you're sitting on the table, sir. You can look at it from the ground. They also do spawn iron golems up here, which is kind of cool because we've kind of by accident made an iron golem farm, so the iron golem can't get under here. So I can just go ahead and give him a little whack. I can hide down here. He can't hit me, but I can hit him. A nice way to make an iron golem farm to kind of get stuff going in an early game. We haven't made an iron farm yet, so this is what I've been doing to get my iron. Come on, boy. Give me some iron. Over here, we have the holy mushroom. More about that coming in a future episode. Just know that the holy mushroom knows all. The holy mushroom sees all. Bow to the holy mushroom, for it will protect us and save us all. Moving on, up on the top of the castle here, we have a nice little tall lookout point, which is fun to go on. Up here, we can get a good view of the entire server, really see everything that's going on. We have my base out there in the distance. We have the grocery store down here. There's SirSpamalot's tower. Out there, we can see Savage's castle. There's Snow's base. Wilkie's first base, Wilkie's second base, the potion shop. All just a nice good view. And the last thing I added to the castle, just because I wanted everybody to have a quick way down. Over here, we have a little hay bale chute where our beacon is. You can just jump on down, hit the hay bales, and you're good to keep on walking. It's nighttime, so we can see all the villagers have gone to bed. They still make their hunt noises even though they sleep. They all seem to have terrible dreams. But It's a nice way to just kind of make the place seem alive and not alive. Even upstairs, everybody's gone to sleep. The town hall is closed for the day. Of course, if you want to, you can still walk inside, wake them up, and trade with them too. The next part of our tour is going to be my shop, which is Qwert's Quriosities. See what I did there? Qwert's Q? Yeah? No? Okay. Well, only me. Well, my shop that I decided to go for a kind of more of a collector's type of a house, because I don't have any particular items like theme that's for sale in my shop. I have all little odds and ends, hence the Quriosities. I went for a white and diorite build with the purple amethyst on the top to really make the building pop out and stick out. Inside here, we can see we have just a little bit of everything for sale. We got tuff, we got copper, nether bricks, armor, tools, pots, everything that somebody may want to buy and build. I have been switching it out as I see some things don't move here. Whenever things don't move, I throw them into this flash sale chest to try to get it out a little bit quicker and keep my inventory flowing nice and quickly. Got anvils and new chests. Over here we have our dog, Good Boy, who's always such a good boy. We could give you some food. Yes, you are such a good boy. I know, I love you too. Upstairs, we have more stuff for sale. Glass, quartz, lanterns, a whole bunch of fun stuff. At the end here, we can see the shields that I was working on. These are kind of my first run of the mill at some shields. These aren't the greatest. I have better ideas loaded and ready to go. But I'm saving them for when we work on that Skyforge, and that's going to be in a later episode. But we're going to have some really cool shields, some really cool armor, and I really look forward to building that with you guys. So more to come on the Skyforge soon. But continuing on with Qwert's Quriosities, upstairs, the upper tower is for employees only. That's me. I'm the employees. I have a little bedroom up here where I can sleep whenever it's nighttime to pass by, and I have all my little papers so that way I can change the prices. And up on the top floor up here, I have a max level enchanter if I never need to do any enchanting. But whenever I'm ready to leave outside of this room, I can either take the ladder back down into the shop, or if I'm just going on out, I have my balcony, I can look around. And one thing I like to do, I took it from Assassin's Creed if you are familiar. You got the jumps into hay bales. Works in Minecraft too. Place a hay bale cart at the bottom, jump into it, take no damage. Nice and easy. Nice and easy way down, nobody gets hurt, and fun little exits. I have one here, and I have another one built over there on that side of the town hall. I plan on building some more around the town hall. Probably put one at the bottom of SirSpamalot's tower too. So that way you have nice ways down, nice soft cushiony hay bales. And as we head out of town here, we're going to grab our trusty horse here, Midnight, and we're going to go ahead and visit Wilkie's barn. And Wilkie's barn out here, this is where he gets all of the food and meats for his all-natural grocery store. He has his pigs, which apparently have been struck by lightning, because I do not recall that many zombie piglin being here before, so that'll be fun to see when he experiences when he comes on. He has all of his sheep and cows as well, and of course, the one thing that Wilkie is known for, his massive chicken army. And let me tell you, this is a small amount of chickens compared to usually, because he usually has a lot more chickens and eggs and my frame rate drops, but still, it's a necessary evil because we love having the grocery store to go buy all of our food. He also has the farmlands over here to get his carrots and everything that he needs. And over here we have the stables, and as the sun sets, unfortunately, Editor Qwert told me we don't have enough time this episode to work on the stables, but that'll be in the next episode, so be sure to tune back in to catch this finishing the stables, touring the inside, get some nice time lapses, some terraforming and other work to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. But as that sun sets, it's time to head back home. And luckily, one day we came on and Snow showed us he found a shortcut from the stables in the barn back to our base, which is crazy. Right here, through this cliff face, we can sneak on through. I see that creeper there. We're gonna scooch on by quickly so he doesn't get us here. But it cuts right on down. I added in a little safe path because it was quite treacherous before. But you can shoot on up, and just like that, we're back at the base. Nice, quick, no having to go through any mountains, no nonsense, just right back to the base. And at last, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Before I let you guys go, I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of what we have in store for this season. Right next to me, we have the projects and ideas box. If we take a look inside here, we can see that next episode, we're going to be working on building that horse track and bios. The episode after that, we're going to work on that armory shop and that sky forge we've been talking about. And a little bit later in the season, I plan on making a post office, reimagining some trail ruins, and a few other projects that you'll hear about soon. Thank you again for hanging out with me today, guys. I really appreciate it. If you made it this far, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And until next time, Qwert God, out. Did they leave? Are they gone? Is anybody still watching?